greatness in a sea of the dying and shameless. A sea of the aimless. I don't wanna be one of the nameless. I'ma wake up with the mindset that one day I'm gonna make it. And I don't think I'll be fine if I don't break my limitations. Don't try to stop me, I exist to write my own story. I'll make a decision if I want some peace or if I want the glory. Yeah, don't want a life that is complacent or possibly boring. I just want a life that is worth every day exploring.
My whole life I just wanted someone who would notice me. My whole life I just wanted to be somebody to be. Yeah, I just wanna be great. Yeah, I just wanna be great. Yeah, I just wanna be great. Yeah, yeah, I just wanna be great. Yeah, I just wanna be great.
Welcome to the One Pride podcast, folks. Generally, I like to jump into it and shout everybody out and shout my guests out, but I wanted to do a quick tribute to the children that suffered devastation over there in Texas. This is just 2 minutes and 5 seconds. Here it is, folks. Then we'll get into the show. Had to start the show out with that, folks. What happened? It happened while I was at a celebration, my nephew's graduation, and absolute disaster, heartbroken, and rest in peace to those children and the families, and very, very sad. So God bless them. And Mark, how you doing, man?
I'm doing good, man. Yeah, I'm just a little bit choked up, man. I have a daughter that age and stuff like that. So just, hug your kids.
Hug your kids.
That's all I can say. Hug your kids, man.
Yeah, I got a daughter that age too, 10 years old, and so that one struck home, hurt me hard. The kids is the one thing, man. It's the one thing that I can't. It's hard, but let's shout everybody in the show. What's up, Go Lions? Chrome, Football's Craziest, 9 Drink, Zach J, Jamie Ward, Michael Peters, Erwin Fletcher, Football's Craziest, rest in peace, absolutely, Alan Dana, Stephen Likings, Chrome, Ben Diesel, Stephen Anderson. Welcome to the show. We're going to talk about our beloved Detroit Lions, and I was going to talk about something else, but OTAs have taken place. Did you see some of the things that occurred during the OTAs there, Mark? Did you hear about it yet?
I was kind of looking at some today. I was actually researching it to see if there was any news out there about some OTAs, and I came across Mike O'Hara and I forget the other guy's name, but I came across a couple sites on the ongoings of what's going on, and yeah, let's get into that for sure.
First off, we got to talk about Aiden Hutchinson. Let me know in the comment section what do you think about Aiden Hutchinson now. He was an absolute monster in OTAs, wreaking havoc, and he's looking like he's advertised. Mark, what do you think about this?
Well, this is what we wanted to hear. Apparently, he had 3 reps in a row where he was going up against, I guess it was against some reserve old linemen, and that's okay, but I guess he was just destroying the competition. So I think he went 3 in a row, possible 3 sacks, I think, just in the backfield causing chaos. I know Aaron Glenn came out too as well that I was reading, and he said he can't believe how fast he is off the ball with his explosion and with his bend. And there's a lot of people out there saying that Aiden Hutchinson didn't have any bend around the edge. And Aaron Glenn is kind of debunking that theory, saying that, yeah, man, this kid's the real deal. He's coming off the ball hot.
Oh, man. I love him coming off the ball hot. He's looking exactly what we needed. We needed that pass rush. There's some people saying, did we get the right player? We could have got Kayvon Thibodeau. Aiden Hutchinson, man, he's all right, but he's not the guy, but he's definitely looking really good. Do you guys still think that the selection was the correct pick? Are you happy that they went and got Aiden Hutchinson, or do you wish they would have got Kayvon Thibodeau? Let me know in the comments section right now. A for Aiden Hutchinson, K for Kayvon Thibodeau. I am very still happy that we got Aiden Hutchinson. I like his motor, and I love hearing it right now that he's already doing a really good job, and we just started, Mark.
Yeah, this is what we wanted to hear. Like, we've had a pass rush that was pretty lacking last year. We had some guys that went down, like Romeo. We brought in Harris. He was like our best pass rusher, a guy that was almost considered a bust. And Julian was kind of, just kind of going into his own. So I think we were 30th in the league in sacks. So, and QB hurries, QB rushes are probably around the same rankings. So this is what Aiden Hutchinson does. He's a pass rusher. You don't just run into 14 sacks in the Big Ten like you did last year. So this was something we needed, and it's great to hear. So this kid's young, and I think he's going to be a mainstay on this defense for a long time.
Right now, the comment section, they're agreeing with you. We got James Watson. It says, 100% A9 drinks. Chrome, yeah, Hutch was my number 1. KT was my number 2. Absolutely A. Steven Likings, A. I'm excited to see Hutch, Levi, and Aleem all together. A. Ben Diesel, without a doubt. Hutch, what is happening? Welcome, Frog Crop. Right now, people are loving it. Was another observation besides our great Aiden Hutchinson that you took and read about so far in OTAs?
Well, I was kind of going over it after work, so I didn't really get into it too much. What I read, which was a good sign, is that Jeff Okudah was in the mix a little bit. He was doing some individual drills out there, running around, making some noise. The one thing that we just want Okudah to do is just stay healthy, and it's nice to hear that he's out there. I don't really know how deep they were playing him or how many reps he was getting, but it's good to hear that Okudah's back on the field right now. That was kind of one thing that I did take from this OTA so far.
That was my takeaway too. Injuries was my takeaway. Seeing Okudah out there, Jameson Williams already wanting to get into the mix. You have Romeo Okwara seems to be coming along. Not a lot of information on there, and Jerry Jacobs. So injuries, that's always a big concern. And for me to see Okudah out there, got the helmet on, I freaking love it. Hopefully everything can continue to do well regarding that injury front, because that's going to be vital for the Lions going into this season, just like it's vital that we got 63 in the building with only 18 likes. Let's at least get to 50 likes. Smash that like button, folks. The more likes we get, the more FGBs we have in the comment section. FGB, if you know what that means, it's F Green Bay, and we always love to do that. Now, our offense was struggling in OTAs, Mark. We could not get a
Okay.
touchdown. Our first string, Jared Goff, got us a field goal. There was a missed pass and an incomplete to DJ Chark. The second string offense was a pick six by Tim Boyle, all the way to the house, just exactly what you would expect, and a field goal by David Blau due to Aiden Hutchinson. Are you concerned with the offense at all?
Well, no, you know what, man? It's May 26th. I'm not too concerned right now, man. They got to get the kinks out. These guys are all getting back together from last year. You know, it's apparently a little bit of a new scheme too. You know, the Ben Johnson's the new OC, so he's going to be drawing up more of the plays. He was doing that last year. He was just kind of getting his feet wet. So I'm not going to be too concerned on May 26th about our offense. But, you know, with the Tim Boyle, David Blau kind of thing, hey, it's good that David Blau got us in field goal range at least. But with Tim Boyle with the pick six, no shock here. No real surprise. He just needs to get better. I don't know. You know, he's going to need to get better. So, or he's going to possibly get cut, man, because these guys, the guys like Tim Boyle and David Blau, there's no guarantee they're going to be sticking around here. Their contracts are very expendable. There's a chance that they could be cut and that we might grab someone off the waiver wire. So these guys better smarten up.
Yeah, Zach J makes a great comment in the comment section. Says only one pick six by Boyle. Must be a good day for him. Absolutely, you know, just when is he gonna stop with the pick sixes, man? Golly, we need some legitimate quarterback competition at number 2 and number 3. I'm nervous, man. He just continue his streak of interceptions. Let's talk about the Lions offense just as a whole. You know, even though they're struggling right now in OTAs and we've seen some issues, do you think having all these weapons like Jameson Williams and they start to get comfortable in this offense will really start to blow up a little bit, start putting up the yards, start gaining, getting points, going down the field that we want them to do? Do you think that will happen?
Yeah, you know, like I think it's going to happen because we kind of saw a little bit of it last year. You know, a lot of changes had to go into seeing Jared Goff, you know, have a lot of confidence, bringing in Josh Reynolds, you know, a former LA Ram. They both played together in LA. Amon-Ra St. Brown developing early or a little bit later in the season, actually. And we're going to see it. Like, it's a whole, I think it's a whole brand new offense. So, you know, these guys just need to stay healthy. Like, they went after DJ Chark. They brought in a guy that's had a pretty good 2019. Health is key for DJ Chark. He's a guy that can go upfield, you know, deep. He can go deep. And then they brought in Jameson Williams. You know, there's a chance that he could possibly maybe miss a little bit of time, but we're not really too sure. It's kind of up in the air what's going on with him. But we got some explosive playmakers, and I think the points are going to add up. Apparently, DeAndre Swift was looking good out there.
Yes.
I read that he added some muscle. He was looking big out there, so I guess he was flexing, you know, showing off his pipes. So he needs to stay healthy too as well. The weapons are there, Mike, and TJ Hawkinson, DeAndre Swift. We can talk about these guys for days. They just need to stay healthy, and hopefully they do that this year because the points can come.
Let me know in the comment section, who is your favorite wide receiver on this football team? Just put the name of your favorite wide receiver, why if you want to go into the why. Mark Orem, who is your favorite wide receiver? What do you want to see, and who do you think is going to show out this year?
My favorite wide receiver? You know, I think the easy one would be Amon-Ra St. Brown, but I'm going to go with Jameson Williams. I think this kid's going to be a game changer. Like, you know, I'm drinking the blue Kool-Aid on this kid. If you ever had a chance to watch this football when he was at Alabama, it was special. He can't be covered, you know, and I know it's college. It's a whole different story in the NFL, but he causes separation. He causes problems on the field. He opens everything up. He's a big-time wide receiver. He had like a 20.1 or like a 20-yard per catch throughout his career. You know, he was a one-year wonder at Alabama. He had some trouble getting on the field at OSU, but there were some studs over there too as well. But I think he's going to end up being my favorite. I think he's my favorite right now, and I just can't wait for it to see him on the field because he's going to open everything up for TJ, for DeAndre, for Amon-Ra, for Chark, Reynolds. So he's my guy right now.
We got Bobo says Williams his favorite. Vash, my guy, says Amon-Ra St. Brown. Steven is St. Brown as well. Cephus slept on almighty. I like that one there. Let's see. Williams from Steven Likings. Vash again, Amon-Ra. Reynolds from L&M. We got the first Reynolds there. We got Jameson Williams by 9 drinks. St. Brown because he's homegrown. And we got St. Brown and Williams. Williams, I'm praying for Chark. DJ Chark. Williams more than be torching Mo Froze. Williams in there for me. And I'm with you. I'm really excited to see what Jameson Williams can do with that. His route running was absolutely amazing. You guys need to check out the video that our great wide receiver, former great wide receiver on Lions Nation Unite there, he did a breakdown of Jameson Williams. Herman Moore did, and it was amazing just watching him get open, get the ball, go directly to the end zone, not playing around. One of the best videos I've seen in some times. And so with that big play ability, when he's on the field, it's going to be a different dimension all around. Separation, open, finding the holes, and just big play after big play. I am really excited to see that. So for me, that would be my guy. Now, you talked about how Swift looked bigger and stronger. I heard that, I read that, and I like that. I want him to be strong, to stay healthy, and for him to be able to take the pounding. Do you think that Swift understands that he needs to have a big year this year, and maybe he got in a little bit of shape here to make sure everything goes good in 2022?
Yeah, I think so. He's going on his 3rd year. The Detroit Lions are going to have to start making some decisions soon about his future, and him keeping in shape is nothing I've been concerned about. It's just a health issues. He probably thought though, that he needed maybe to gain a little bit of muscle to take that ground and pound that he's going to be taking at the NFL level. He wants to probably be a 3-down back, even though he probably has all kinds of respect for guys in that running back room, but he wants to be the guy that gets the rock. So, and he's looking to get a second contract eventually, and his deal will be coming up soon, and next year, I believe. So it'll be 4 years next year, and the Lions right now are probably going to be looking at him, thinking, okay, he's missed some time. He's missed some time. We need to see what he can do in year 3. And then our decision will be easy. It shouldn't be a tough decision. If the kid can't stay healthy, then he's got to go. I hate to say it because he's one of my favorite football players. I love DeAndre Swift. I think he's super talented. It's just health is key, and it's not the 80s or the 90s. So there's never just one back anymore. But he might not get a second contract with the Detroit Lions. So him put on some weight, maybe it's a good sign. Maybe he thinks he needs to do that. And if it doesn't slow him down, then I'm all for it, man. But they'll be keeping an eye on him all year for sure, Mike.
Yeah, I'm really happy that he took this serious. I think he's the opposite of Kerryon Johnson. I felt like Kerryon Johnson never really took anything serious playing video games. Lee Swift took this serious, bulked up a little bit, get in shape, doing the best at least he can do to stay healthy because this is a competition. This is not given to him. There is running backs on this football team that could take his spot. Craig Reynolds, Jamal Williams, we've seen Jamar Jefferson, Bell. There's a lot of players who I feel like in the running back room that has that ability to take that job, so he's got to take it serious because, like you said, if he don't do good this year, they could easily go ahead and just draft a running back really early in next year's draft because they'll be ready to compete. Next year, to me, they should be ready to compete for the NFC North, and the holes are very small, and they may feel one of those holes to solidify is a young running back in the draft that they could get to be that bell cow and to help out this offense. So for me, happy that he's doing that. Just he needs to stay healthy, just like you were saying. And Zach J, they're laughing when Philly fans were excited to get Kerryon Johnson. Well, they should have known we were excited to get rid of Kerryon Johnson. So that was definitely a sign right there. But, yeah, we got to get this running back situation fixed. We've been doomed since Barry Sanders, I feel like. So if he can come in here and have a big season, that would be out-freaking standing. Other notable mentions in OTAs, again, Levi Onwuzurike and Aleem McNeil looking pretty good on that defensive line. It's really good to see Levi Onwuzurike in shape, making some moves, because we need him to have a big year. Because of all the players I felt like at the rookies last year, maybe he didn't live up to the potential because of the injuries and the shape. How do you feel about Levi Onwuzurike so far in OTAs and what you're hearing?
Yeah, he was a second-round pick out of Washington. We've kind of been cursed with that second-round pick for a long time. Just it doesn't go right for us. He struggled last year. He had some back problems. He had some other injuries. Didn't really get on the field until a little bit later on. Ended up, not really doing much. I think he ended up maybe with a sack, a couple tackles. He didn't have a very good rookie campaign. So apparently he's another guy that came in and I think he shed some weight. I guess he looks really good. He looks muscular. He looks fast. He's a guy that's that's not in jeopardy of losing his job, I don't think, right now. But he could lose some reps if he doesn't get his act together. You come in as a rookie. You're banged up. You're not really in shape like you want to be. That's noticed, and that the NFL is called not for long for a reason.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, and coaches remember that. And then when you come back the next following season and you're in great shape, that gets noticed as well too. So we need Levi for that inside pass rush. We need Aleem McNeil, to look good too as well. He kind of came on. I thought he was the better player last year as a rookie over Levi. So it's good seeing both these guys looking good out there because they got some chemistry. They've already played together for a year, so they kind of know what's going on in their head. So I like that, man. It's a good sign. It's a good sign. I'm sure Aaron Glenn's really happy too.
Cornerback tandems. We had Jeffrey Okudah / Will Harris, Amani Oruwariye, the other corner. We had Tracy Walker and Deshaun Elliott as safety. First off, I love hearing the fact that Will Harris is not at the safety position. Hughes mixed it up with Jeffrey Okudah, obviously, because they're probably just taking Okudah a little bit slow regarding that injury. But, to me, the notable fact, again, is Will Harris not at the safety position. That makes me happy. I'm very happy. Hopefully he can excel at the cornerback position. But, again, we got those safety. What do you think about the secondary pairings that was taking place?
I like it. Yeah, the Will Harris thing kind of stood out for me too as well. Dan Campbell, maybe like a month or so ago, he kind of made up a position for Will Harris, calling him a safety. So kind of like a corner and a safety, and we saw Will Harris coming in last year playing some nickel, and he actually played better as a nickel corner than he did as a safety. So I think he's pretty much found his spot, at least for now. It's nice seeing that. And what kind of stuck out to me as well, too, I don't know if you were going to touch on it, but Melifonwu was playing some safety, too, as well. So they got him kind of all over the place. You know what I mean? He's a big boy. He's a really big kid, man. He made a couple of nice splash plays last year, too, especially on Devontae Adams. We saw that, and he got a little bit banged up as well, too, got burned a bit. But we saw some potential in him, and I think he could be a really good safety, man. He's a big kid. He's long. He's lean, and he's got some wheels on him too. So I'm really looking forward to the secondary. We got a guy in Aaron Glenn who was a really, really good, legit corner when he played in the NFL. So him and Aubrey Pleasant are out there, man, making some plays, making some noise. I love it.
I got for Dr. Detroit, just became a member. Welcome back, Dr. Detroit, a Silver League. Huge shout out to you. Welcome back, man. You got that wrench. And as we're getting closer to doing the games, I'll probably be handing out more wrenches as well. Again, we know when we're doing these game play-by-play, a lot of these, we get bots that come in and you guys can rip them up and tear them off. So appreciate it, Dr. Detroit, as we get this thing rolling. I love the Melifonwu thing. First off, I love it. Big body. The guy did well at corner, moving him to safety as well. This guy, to me, could be the Swiss Army knife. I really love Melifonwu. I really do. And I love the fact he's going over the defense. And I think he can make some big plays for the Detroit Lions. His was just injury last year. Seeing this puts a smile on my face. With Melifonwu, Elliott, and Kirby Joseph, you have Akuda, and Amani, and Jerry Jacobs there. I feel like the secondary is flexible and is going to make some turnovers for the Detroit Lions this year, Mark.
Yeah, I think that's the key word that you said right there, flexible. Flexible, a lot of versatility going on in that room. Guys can kind of move all over the place, even Will Harris, we don't really want to see him at safety, but he's capable of playing safety. But in all honesty, we don't want him there. But it's good to see that all these guys can be moved around. And I think that's the one thing that Brad Holmes and Dan Campbell have really pinpointed. They want guys that can play everywhere. Even on the line, even in the linebacker room, they want guys that can just fly all over the place. And if they're put into a situation that they can play outside linebacker, you can have a corner that can go inside, or you can have a corner that can play some safety. So I'm looking forward to this cornerback room, man. I think it's going to be fun to watch. If this pass rush can be what we think it can be, and they went after guys that can rush the passer, then we might have a better defense. We had a bad defense last year, but man, we can go up. We can go up the ladder here.
We can definitely go up the ladder, just like hitting that like button lets that bad boy go up the ladder as well. Right now we're at 44 or 45 likes with 144 in the building. Smash that like button. Let's get to 100 likes. There's two positional groups I feel completely changed from this year to last year in a fantastic way. Something that we needed to happen. The wide receiver group went from cheeks to really good, and the secondary went from cheeks, I feel, to really good. If they can stay healthy, both these groups, sky's the limit for this football team. It really is, because if the offense can stay on the field getting those first downs with these wide receivers and making big plays, and then the secondary can get those turnovers and get it back to Jared Goff and those wide receivers, Lions going to win more freaking games, Mark. What do you see about this changeover in one season with the wide receivers and the corners?
So far, it sounds great. Like they added to the room. It's something they had to do. We talked about this wide receiver room last year, Mike. I remember when we were having our podcast, we were just like, I can't even believe we're going into the NFL season with this wide receiver room. That tune has changed. That tune has changed big time. Now we have playmakers all over the board. Like we got everybody out there making plays. So, and then this cornerback room, versatility, flexibility, we just talked about it. I think, I don't want to start pounding the Kool-Aid right now, but it's good to hear that we have guys that can play all over the board. So yeah. That's what really excites me. And they just need to stay healthy.
And they're big bodies.
Big bodies everywhere.
Big bodies.
Akuda's a big boy. Melifonwu's big. They're all. Amani-Oruwariye is a big boy. They're big in that secondary, man. It's Elliott's a big kid. Walker's long and lean, so it's like, we got guys that can make some plays out there. They just, that if they can even sniff the quarterback, I think our secondary is going to make some plays. Yeah,
they always, there's that thing that size doesn't matter, folks. Size does matter. I got to tell you, and especially for the Lions secondary, I love the concept of getting bigger and more physical. They're not small fries. They're big guys. They're going to be able to cover wide receivers that are significantly higher than we had in the last couple years. It's kind of looking like – now, I'm not saying these guys are going to be what we've seen in Seattle with the boom, but they're getting that size like that where you're able to really match up well with opposing wide receivers. We will get you guys to the questions here we could just start right now because I see John – hitting me up with a question. It is your time to shine, folks. We're going to do the mailbag segment where you get questions. We may have answers. You can hit me up, hit Mark up do hashtag Lions. If I miss your question, don't hate. Just repost it. That's all you got to do, copy and paste, because there's a lot of you in here, 164, and I'm trying to get everybody's question as fast as I can. So if I miss it, just repost it. All right, man. So let's get to this one because I've seen him do it a couple times here. From John Kalisic, I've destroyed your name. What about Mike Hughes? Isn't he a good addition to the cornerback room? Yeah, I think he's a good, solid addition to the cornerback room. Again, we had to get depth players for the Lions, and I think he's a quality depth player. If we do have injuries, or again, if Jerry Jacobs and Okudah are, for whatever reason, not ready for week 1, we got a guy who's a veteran there that can help out the secondary. And again, Aaron Glenn's no chump, and I think that would be fine. What do you think about Mike Hughes?
Yeah, like I kind of forgot about him. He's a former first-round pick by the Minnesota Vikings. I think they took him around 31, 32 a few years ago. Struggled with a bunch of injuries. You know, as a Lions fan or this regime, they like to take chances on those guys. But he had that 1 year in Kansas City where he played really, really well, which was last year, and he became a free agent. And the Lions added some depth to that room. It could be a guy that could start. Just like you said, Mike, we got guys that have struggled with injuries in the past, Jeff Okudah being one of them. This could be a guy that could get a lot of playing time. Mike Hughes, he's actually a really good football player. So, yeah, that was actually – I completely forgot about Mike Hughes, that he was on this team. So, yeah, for sure.
Riley Elder says, best safety on the team. Well, I got to go Tracy Walker right now. He's the veteran guy. I think he is the best safety on here. But, hey, I tell you what, Kirby Joseph is my favorite safety right now. I really like what he's going to be coming to the team. It's going to take him a little bit of time to adjust, but – man, oh man, I think his future is bright, and I love his ability to get the turnover. I think that is a big play that we've missed since we've had the safety tandem where we had Glover Quinn, and we had that really turnover machine secondary with Darius Slay. So that is the type of player we're gonna get this year. Just gonna take him a little bit of time to develop, but I love it. Who is an underrated player you're excited to see this season? An underrated player. Well, I am excited to see. Mark, I'll let you ponder this for a minute while I try to come up with the name. Craig Reynolds, underrated player. I love Craig Reynolds. I want to see him on the field. This guy, every time he touches the ball, I feel like he's gaining yards, and that's my underrated player. Mark, what's yours?
Underrated player. I don't really know if he's too underrated. He might be Julian Okwara. I read some things today actually about him. They've completely moved him to linebacker. Okay. But another guy that said who has a lot of versatility in him that could be moved around. But right now he is playing that linebacker spot and has a chance to win the Sam spot. So if he can do that, I think he's a guy that can make some noise. And I kind of had a feeling that they were going to move him, especially after they drafted Aiden Hutchinson. You know, I thought, okay, he's about 250-something pounds. I think he's a better suited at linebacker. So I think he'd be better there. And it kind of came like for real. So he's a guy that I want to keep an eye on, Julian, because I thought he was going to be a little bit better than what he is. He did come on a little bit strong last year, and he did have a decent year in the limited playing time that he did. So he's a guy I'm keeping an eye on for sure, Julian Okwara.
Eric says, how do y'all see the running back room looking like? I see it looking solid at depth. If there's an injury, I'm not too worried about from player 1 to player 2 to player 3. I love the depth they have there. I still just want to see Swift because we spent a second-round pick on him. He does have that dynamic ability to stay healthy and make those big plays. But Jamal Williams, a solid player. He's the bruiser guy. If we need to get to 2-3 yards, I'm convinced he'll get it. Craig Reynolds, the all-around running back. I love what he brings there. Jamar Jefferson, young back with some speed. He can hit some burst. So I like what I'm seeing there. And just need to stay healthy. Just need to stay healthy. Again, if I miss a question, just repost it. Outside of Stroud and Young, what other quarterbacks are you looking the Lions possibly drafting next year? Levis or Van Dyke? I have not gone really into a whole lot of the quarterbacks yet. But from what I'm hearing, I like Levis's size. From Kentucky there. He's that prototypical big-bodied Josh Allen type of quarterback. Got to see what they do in college, though. Anything we say now It could completely change, as we've seen from 1 year, a quarterback could really look good in college and then look really bad. So for me, just want to wait a little bit until they start playing. Is there anyone that you're paying attention to, Mark?
Well, Levis is a guy, the kid from Kentucky, for sure. Him, yeah. Another guy, maybe Richardson, plays for Florida, I believe. Anthony Richardson. He's a mobile quarterback, a big kid. He's got a lot of work to do, but he could end up being a first-round pick. So he's a guy that I'm kind of keeping an eye on this year. I definitely want to watch some Florida games to see what he could do.
Frog Crop saying the best group in Detroit in 60 years. Great things coming. Well, I hope it would be, but I'd give Barry Sanders, Herman Moore, I give those guys the edge up going to the NFC Championship game. Those guys were killing it. But I hope so. Mike and Mark, if you're asked to read the future position you feel this team will still find weak during the season, linebacker. I think that is the position I would say right now is the weakest for the Lions. What about you, Mark?
Yeah, I feel it's the linebacker room for sure. I don't really know where our playmakers are going to come from just yet. I know we got some young guys with a little bit of mixture of some vets. So linebacker I'm a little bit concerned about that room for sure.
Oh, yeah, I'm just concerned. I know it just came up on here that the linebacker competition is going to be a bloodbath. So you're going to be seeing these guys battling it out. It literally just popped up on here, so we'll see. I did not see this video, DC. Did you see the Javon Kinlaw video? I have not seen it at all, Mark.
No, I've never seen the Javon Kinlaw video. Not at all. The kid from San Francisco, right? 49ers? No, I didn't see it.
I didn't see it, so I'm sorry. I can't comment on it. Did you see that Hutchinson was getting some chatter online about always falling down? I've not heard about that chatter. Did you hear about that?
I read that, man, and this fan base, okay, this fan base will nitpick anything. I guess he made a couple catches and he just went down to the ground. Like, they were just complaining. Like, fans were complaining that he was just, like, falling down. Like, who cares? Like, you know what I mean? There was no pads on. They didn't have any pads. He just kind of went to the ground and he got back up a couple times. I think he was just slipping. Like, who knows what he was doing, but he was making the catch. So take it easy, Lions fans. TJ Hawkinson is a stud, man. He's a good he's okay. Maybe cleats problem, man.
Patty Grimes got a hard question to ask here. Who has a better chance of winning comeback player of the year, Goff or Okudah? Oh, man, that's tough. I don't think any of these guys win comeback player of the year, but if you're to put a gun to my head, I would say Okudah because he didn't play.
If I was saying who has a better chance out of these two, I'm going to say Goff because the weapons are just – he's got a slew of weapons around him, and he has a possible top 5 O-line. So I'm going to take Goff on that one.
Are you guys concerned at all about Decker being able to stay healthy for a full season? Campbell said he's already got small different injury. We need Sewell and Decker to play 17 games for success. It is concerning. Every injury is concerning. Yeah. He's been injured now for a couple years, big time last year. 100%. We need continuity on the offensive line. You want to be successful, we got to have all these guys playing. If he can't stay healthy, I'm sorry, man. What about you, Mark? Because I'm getting tired of that.
Well, first of all, Ben Diesel, that avatar is absolutely amazing. But yeah, like I read today that he was out with some injury, but I didn't read what the injury was about. And yes, it is concerning, man, because we need him. We need this O-line to stay intact. We did not have this O-line even play. The starting 5 did not even play one snap together last year. So we need these guys healthy, and especially Decker.
Monster 3X says, "What's up, Lions family? I was crying, laughing at y'all's reaction during the second and third round 2022 draft when the Lions picked Joshua Pascal. How do you feel about Josh Pascal this season?" Yeah, I was like, I understand it. I wasn't upset about it or anything. I don't mind it at all. I understand it. We got to stop the run. We got to get pressure on the quarterback. If they feel that was the best player on the board, you go for it. I always do BPA, and so far we're hearing nothing but good things about Pascal. So, hey, if you want to beef up the trenches, I don't have a problem with that, but I feel like now the defensive line must show out we got talent there, so there's no excuse, Mark.
Yeah, like when that pick was made, I felt it was a little bit of a reach as well too. But his story is phenomenal. This kid beat cancer back in 2018. He's a 3-time captain at Kentucky. But just to let everybody know, Lions fans, this kid's not a pass rusher. He's not going to get the quarterback, but he is a hell of a run stuffer. So don't think that this guy's going to rack up a bunch of sacks. That's not his game. Maybe he can eventually do that as the years go on, but right now he's going to be a really good run stuffer, and he's going to feed off that energy of Aiden Hutchinson and that D line. So, but I thought it was a bit of a reach, but he is a good football player.
We got 193 in the building. Let's get to 100 likes. We're at 62. Smash that like button. While you're doing that, let me know where you guys are from. I'm from Holland, Michigan. Put it in the comment section. Rep your city, your town. I love seeing where everybody's at, seeing all over the world. It's always a fun thing. Where are you at, Mark? I know you're in Canada.
I am in Canada. I am in Windsor. I am in Windsor, Ontario. I'm literally 15 minutes away from Detroit, man. I am the border town to Detroit, Michigan. Windsor, Ontario.
Oh, Canada. Oh, Canada. We got Grand Blank, Patty Grimes, Lake Forest, Illinois by McFlurry. Grand Rapids, Kyle is 30 minutes from me. We got Traverse City, Southwest Detroit, Roger Gawardo. We got Newaygo, represent my guy Adam. Petoskey, Stephen, Benton Harbor, Lions going. We got Green Bay, Mark Malik, I'm sorry. St. Louis, Mount Morris Mill, Big Rapids. We got Rochester, Dr. Detroit, and Allentown, Pennsylvania. We're going to get a F-ton of sacks. I agree. Rochester. We got Destin, Florida, Mount Pleasant, Midland, Detroit, Williamsburg, Deerfield Beach. Grew up in Petoskey, living in Florida. Lucky. West Bloomfield. By the way, Detroit. We got Ganua Bay Islands in Honduras. Oh, that's a first, guy. Love it. Tampa Bay, Baltimore, down the river. Holly, Michigan. We got Jermaine Muskegon, New York State. And Caldwell, Ohio. Pawpaw, that ain't too far away. Grosse Pointe Woods. Grand Rapids. Yep, in Melbourne, Florida now. Oh, you lucky. I love seeing it, man. I love seeing it. What's up, man? Go ahead.
Oh, no, I just said nice. I said nice, man. I said nice.
Pittsburgh. We got Salt. Mario, Ontario. So we got another Canadian in here.
Hey.
Canada. I got to get that, man. Oh, Canada. I got to get that clip for you. We got Georgia. Sure. Do you think we need to add another offensive line for depth, Mark? What do you think? Should we get another offensive lineman?
You know what? You can never have too many old linemen. And you're going to need them with these OTAs, these camps. It's sweltering hot out there. I mean, already we're hearing about Taylor Decker already. So they got a couple guys on UDFAs that they picked up that I kind of like. They picked up that Obina Eze. I don't know if I'm saying his name right. The kid out of Texas Christian. And then they picked up Kevin Jarvis, a Michigan State guy too. So he's a guard. So yes and no. It's good to have him for depth because these guys are going to need a lot of rest during these OTAs and during these camps. So, yeah, 100% yes.
As we continue on, we got a question from Zach J. Again, put in questions with the hashtag. I'll try to get it. And we got Ben Diesel from Uranus. So we got Planet all the way over there. What did you guys think about Motor City Dan Campbell's response to not having any primetime games? I expected that's pretty much what it would be. Happy, 1 o'clock from a coach perspective. They know exactly when they play. They don't have to do some crazy different type of routines. It's straight up 1 p.m., 12:30 p.m. So, yeah, I'm perfectly fine with it, Mark.
Yeah, his response was fantastic, I thought. It was like 1 o'clock, and the guy was like, I remember the guy that asked the question was confused. I don't know who asked him. He was like, why? Why? He's like, you just bang him out at 1 o'clock? And then you're done. You're not sitting around a hotel. You don't have to, you just 1 o'clock, boom, and then on to the next game. So, a typical Dan Campbell kind of response. And I love his response. It was good. It was funny.
Kayvon McFlurry says, hashtag Lions, should the Lions bring back Ndamukong Suh? Mark, what do you think?
I'm not sure if they should bring back Ndamukong Suh. I don't think he ever wanted to be here in the first place. That's just my opinion. You know, he got out of here. He got out of Dodge pretty fast, you know, and he went to a Miami team when he left that wasn't even better than the Lions at the time, for only a few million less. So, you know, he's still a good football player. I think he's going to be a Hall of Fame player eventually when it's all said and done. But he did play under Dan Campbell in Miami as an interim when Dan Campbell was the interim. But I'm not sure if they're interested in him. But I don't know, man. I'm kind of on the fence with it. I'm not really banging the table for it, so no.
I like to say Sue, and I got a jersey, so yes, bring him back for personal reasons. Yeah. What are they going to do with Jason Cabinda? I think Cabinda makes the team. Why? Because Motor City Dan Campbell loves Jason Cabinda. He definitely does, Mark.
Yeah, man. Another guy. He's versatile, man. He's even an emergency tight end at times, too. So the kid that can run the rock. He's a phenomenal blocker. It's the type of guy that Dan Campbell loves. So he'll probably end up making the team.
Does Okudah make a difference this time around? I hope so, Roger Guardo. Dang it. We need him too. If he don't, we ain't picking up his fifth year option, and he going to be a bust. I hope he does. I'm sure Mark thinks so too. It's hard to really tell. He needs to, though. He does. Malcolm Rodriguez looking good as well. What do you think about Malcolm Rodriguez right now, Mark? The hype is real upon this guy.
Yeah, man. This is a guy that I can't even believe slipped to the 6th round. I thought this kid was going to get drafted, you know, late 3rd, 4th round pick. You know, he's an undersized linebacker, but he is an absolute production machine. He goes after the football with interceptions. He can sack the quarterback. He's a forced fumble hound. He just rips the ball. So if he would have been a couple inches taller and maybe a couple pounds heavier, he's a day 2 pick, guaranteed. But since he went to Oklahoma State and since he's a little bit smaller, he dropped. And I think he's going to make some noise in his linebacker room. I like him a lot.
Guys need to follow me on Twitter at MicroMike85. I'm like 40 away from 1,000 followers. Go ahead and follow me on Twitter. I post some stuff on there all the time. Try to do it daily. I'm not the biggest Twitter guy in the world. I'm not posting 500 things a day, but follow me on there. Let's get those bad boys up for sure. Again, if I miss your question, just repost it. It's not that I'm ignoring it. It's because there's 200 some in the building putting questions in there, and I just want to make sure that I get everyone that I can. Are we going to be biting kneecaps this year? I do believe so. Lions going to the Super Bowl. Love the name. Hopefully your name comes out to be correct. That'd be fantastic. I think we are. I think we're a physical team. We did really well with talent. That was not good last year, in my opinion, with our coaching staff. Now we got much improved talent. I think we're going to be biting kneecaps and winning some more football games. That is for sure. Do you think we're biting kneecaps there, Mark?
Yeah, I think we're going to bite some kneecaps. I think we're going to open up some eyes. You know, we had 3 wins last year. We have to at least double that and then some. So I think, you know, we're getting a little bit of love right now in the media. It's early. It's May. We're kind of used to this, right? You know, with the early love sometimes. But I think they're going to be biting some kneecaps. I think they're making some changes and heads are starting to turn. So we'll see what happens when the season starts, though. But, yeah, man, most definitely.
Kicker's our player too, Jonathan. And he says, how well our kicker going to do this year? Hopefully really well. Hopefully he does perfectly fine. I think our special teams is always squared away, generally, unless you're talking about Nate Freeze many years ago. But I think he'll do fine. I think our punter will do fine. Long snapper will do fine. And I'm sure we're going to go for it on 4th down quite a bit like we did last year. So that could be something here. Quarantine Dragon fan Tim. Can the Lions trade Tim Boyle to New Orleans Breakers for Shea Patterson? I would love to do that. I would definitely trade Tim Boyle for Shea Patterson. I would trade Tim Boyle for a different pencil. So right now I got this pencil, but I'd like to get another one. Mark, would you trade Tim Boyle for Shea Patterson? USFL.
Yeah, I'd trade Tim Boyle for a glass of water right now. So, yeah, man, Shea Patterson, the ex-Michigan Wolverines. So I know he plays in is it the USFL he's playing in?
Yeah,
That's what he's
yeah.
playing. He was traded from the Michigan Panthers. I didn't even know that.
I
So,
don't
yeah,
pay
I didn't.
attention to USFL, but I know he's in there.
Yeah, so I don't know, man. You know what I mean? Sure, why not?
Do we trade Decker if he gets injured again this year and draft one next year, or do you think that Giants undrafted free agents will be serviceable, or the Giant undrafted free agent, not the Giants giant?
Yeah.
I'm gonna say this right now: if he gets injured again, I would draft a right tackle and just move Penei Sewell to left tackle after this season. That's me. I'm tired of the injuries. I want a offensive line that's consistent. And if you're not consistent, you're not helping the team out. You got to have consistency on this line. Injuries is a problem. Injured players is a problem. I can't stand injuries. And if you can't stay healthy, why have them on this team when you could probably go get a right tackle late in the first round or in the second round that'd be serviceable, but moving Penei Sewell to left side? What do you think about potentially trading Decker if he gets injured this year?
Well, that's the thing, right? If he gets injured again, these guys get harder and harder to trade. So if he just continuously just keeps going down, he's going to be tough to trade. He's still kind of young, 28, 29 years old. He's not young, but he needs to have I think, a solid season to get traded. So if he gets hurt, trading him is going to be even tougher. But like you said, Mike, if he's not working out, man, they're going to have to somehow, well, not somehow, they're going to have to literally draft a next offensive tackle, and then either you make the switch with Sewell, you put him at left and you keep the guy you drafted at right, or you draft a left tackle, or you draft a left tackle and you keep Sewell at right. Either or. Decker needs to stay healthy, but I think if he's hurt, trading him is probably going to be a harder option.
Mark, do you know anyone turning 37 this weekend?
Do I need anyone turning 37 this?
Yeah, 37 this weekend.
You
don't know anyone turning 37 this weekend?
Is it you, Mike?
Yeah.
I didn't know that, brother.
I turned 37 on Saturday. I will be 37 years of age. But good guess. Good guess.
I didn't know that, brother. Happy early birthday. That's cool, man.
Yeah. I thought I'd be working, but I'm not working, so yay for me. And that's I'll just sit outside and drink some drink. Which rookie are you excited to watch this season? Jameson Williams. Really excited to see this guy. Yeah. I want to see this offense be dynamic. I'm tired of Bohr, and I want to see this thing just go on all cylinders. I want to see Jameson Williams.
Yeah. I'm gonna say Aiden Hutchinson. Obviously, the first round pick, second overall, a guy that I think is going to do a lot of different things for this defense, especially get to the quarterback. So I'm really looking forward to see what Aiden can do for this D.
Do you all regret not drafting a quarterback, especially Malik Willis? I wanted to draft a quarterback, and it didn't have to necessarily be the first, second, or third round, but I just wanted a quarterback to compete with Tim Boyle. So we'll see. We'll see this season. If Jared Goff goes down and we got Tim Boyle throwing pick sixes like he did today, definitely going to be regretting it, Mark.
Yep. It's kind of early to say that to ask the questions if the Lions are regretting it right now. It's only May. It's the end of May. So I don't think they're regretting it. They have a plan, and they obviously did not have a plan to put any type of pressure on Jared Goff or get any really big-time help at the backup quarterback position. So I don't think right now they're regretting it. So, no, not right now.
Thanks for everybody in the birthday wishes. I got Riley in there. We got Stephen Likings, the Ronan, appreciate it. Al Torrey, appreciate it. Happy birthday by my guy Vash, appreciate it. And Go Lions, one of my very first subscribers ever. Insane that he's been here this long. Appreciate everybody out there. I want to see fire on this defense and offense. So do I. I think we have to see some fire. We got to see something better than last year. And we need to see some explosionness. Can the Lions win a Super Bowl before you're 40, Mike? Oh, man, that's a tough one.
That'd be nice.
Look, man, if the build works right, They should be a freaking solid team next year, and then the following years, you should continue to be really good. I hope so, but the odds are no, but I hope so. What about you, Mark?
Man, so that's what, in 3 years? That's
Yeah,
in 3
so
years
before you're
ago?
95, right?
Yeah, man, I'm turning 95 in a couple years, so it's like that's going to be tough. That's going to be real tough, man. I don't know, Super Bowl. Let's win a playoff game first, please.
Yeah.
Let's concentrate on winning a playoff game. Let's do that first.
Can Jared Goff become the 2018 Jared Goff? Look, I made a video about this. Can he do that? There's 5 things that needs to be done for him to become that. We got to have a stout running back that stays healthy. We got to have a really good offensive. Everything's got to work out because those are numbers. Those are great numbers. It doesn't happen to everybody out there. Those are big-time numbers. So can he? Potentially. Will he? Probably not because it's difficult. It's really for any quarterback to do that type. But I would hope so. But I'm going to side on the side of doubt. Mark, what do you think?
Yeah, I'm not sure if he could be 2018 Goff. Yeah. He's still young. He's only 27, 28 years old. He's got weapons around him. He doesn't have a Todd Gurley though. And when he was putting up those numbers, man, Todd Gurley was at his peak, and he was just lighting up defenses. So I think it's going to be a little bit tougher for him. I think he can kind of come close with this offense, but it's all about health, and it's all about him being, at least good. He just needs to be a better quarterback, man. But if you're looking for the 2018, you might be disappointed, man.
Blaze Radio, appreciate you coming in here. Make sure you subscribe to Blaze Radio. Friend of mine, does some great content over there. I haven't been on a lot because I'm working 2 jobs. Double the hours is making it really difficult for me to have any other life besides work right now. Trying to change that. We'll see. But make sure you subscribe to his channel. Love the content over there. And it's fun. It's funny and it's fun. This guy speaks like a true announcer. And if you want to have a good laugh, you go over there, and that gives you a good laugh. Man, a question just got out of my reach. Is it possible that Rodriguez can be moved to safety, and how do you think he would do at safety? I don't think that's going to happen at all. I don't think he's going to be moved to safety. I think we're pretty good there. He's a little shorter, and I think they're going bigger at safety. I think he's going to be our linebacker and special teams, Mark.
Yeah, he was a starting safety at Oklahoma State for 2 years, but yeah, I think he's a linebacker, true and true. So yeah, I think that's going to be a little bit tougher. I want to see him at linebacker, man. He's going to be a playmaker at linebacker. But I guess it's always a possibility because he's done it.
Folks, I'm about to end this stream, and I'm going to be on LNU. It's actually going to send you to the LNU. We're going to be live here in 5 minutes. So just be patient. 5 minutes will be live. It's going to redirect you on this stream. And so, hey, get ready for more content on LNU. See you in 5 minutes.
Searching for greatness in a sea of the dying and shameless, a sea of the aimless. I don't wanna be one of the nameless. I'ma wake up with the mindset that one day I'm gonna make it, and I don't think I'll be fine if I don't break my limitations. Don't try to stop me, I exist to write my own story. I'll make a decision if I want some peace or if I want the glory. Yeah, don't want a life that is complacent or possibly boring. I just want a life that is worth every day exploring.
My whole life I just wanted someone who would